Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's see what we have for you. We're going to start this week. This is for the 24th through the 31st of August. We're going to start out with your current situation. So let's see what's going on for Aries this week, please. Aries, I hope you're doing well. Let's jump right in. Tell me about Aries this week, please. Aries, this week, your current situation. You have the Five of Pentacles. Your challenge, the Tower. Wow, Aries, this is off to a bumpy start here. You guys will have to let me know what's going on. The person in your energy this week, the Ten of Wands. In the recent past, you have the Six of Pentacles. You're showing up this week as, tell me about Aries this week, please. The Lovers. In the immediate future, you have the Two of Swords. So Aries, this week you have a lot going on. There is a feeling of being abandoned, left out in the cold, feeling insecure in some way. Could be financially, could just be due to some sort of sudden circumstances that have come up here. Definitely somebody gave up here. I don't know if it's you or them. We're going to clarify everything and find out. But yeah, something seems to have been given up on here. You're being challenged by the Tower. The Tower is a sudden event, thing that happens that really just crashes your world down here. The Tower is an unexpected revelation. It's something that hits you out of nowhere. It's having the rug pulled out from underneath you. So you are going through a lot this week, it does seem. The person that's surrounding you this week and in your energy has the Ten of Wands. They're telling me that this is heavy. And I'm like, I know, I can see that here. They're saying that, this is causing them a great deal of stress. They feel obligated to do something here. They feel like they're carrying a really heavy load here. Um, in the recent past, I see that there was a lot of reciprocity between the two of you, but here in the current moment, things are kind of hitting the fan. You're showing up as the Lovers this week. You're making a choice. It's probably got to do with the house burning down. And then here in the immediate future, the Two of Swords, there's some sort of avoiding the truth of what's happening. I don't know if that's you or them. Could be both. There's some sort of denial, indecision, not dealing here. So let's start clarifying. Let's start with the Five of Pentacles. All right. Clarify the Five of Pentacles for Aries this week. Aries, you have the Two of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. I'm really getting that there's a breakup here. There's a sudden breakup here. There's what feels almost like a discard here. There's it could be due to some sort of communication that you have discovered that leaked out in some way. The Page of Swords is a messenger. They bring communication, messages, text messages, phone calls, emails, social media, all the things. Um, yeah, Aries. Sorry, I'm like the Tower is shocked, and I'm literally shocked right now by this reading. Um, the King of Pentacles is your stability and your security. It's your foundation from which you have built um your place here on Earth. And it seems like it's being shaken at the moment. So let's take a look at this challenge. Let's take a look at the Tower. Tower's clarified with the Tower. Double tower, Aries. Woo! Four of Swords and the Devil. Aries, I hope you're okay. Truly. Um, I hope this reading resonates with absolutely no one. So there's there's an issue here. There's an issue here where your world feels like it's crumbling down. If it's not you, it's this person that you're dealing with. Um, it looks very toxic. It looks like you know, whatever this sudden, unexpected, shocking event is, or thing that you hear is or was, it's showing up here as very toxic. It's showing up here as some sort of pessimistic, like the energy of this is being driven by like abusive language almost. I'm seeing there's a need, a real, there's something here where somebody has just straight up given up and is determined to take the other person, place, thing, concept, or idea down with them. It's like, if I can't have you, no one will. It's giving, yeah, it's really giving burning down the house. The person that's attached to this situation with you is feeling a lot of pressure. They're feeling the heaviness of this. Let's get a look at them. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands. You have Justice, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Wands. This person's kind of telling me that they have hung in here with you for as long as they possibly could. Um, and they're still hanging in here with you. They're kind of saying like, if, okay, let's take a look here. You see how there are two people falling out of the tower to the sharp rocks below? This person's telling me that they're with you here, that they're one of these, that, like, these are both of you. So although this does have to do with a partnership, because you do have the Two of Cups attached to it, and you're showing up here as the lover, so this is definitely a partnership. They're not telling me that they're abandoning you to do this, but your situation is certainly telling me that one of you feels abandoned. So I'm thinking it's you. No, I'm thinking it's them, because they're saying I'm hanging in here. Oof. Anyway, this person wants justice for this whole situation. I'm thinking that this person feels abandoned, and here they are kind of saying like, oh, really? If you're going to do that to me, well, then watch what I'm going to do to you. It feels very retaliatory. With Justice and the Six of Wands, it kind of feels like, um, I'll show you then. The roles could be reversed, but either way, there's something very unhealthy going on in this dynamic, where somebody seems like they really want out and the other person is saying, oh, no, you don't. In the recent past, it looks very different. In the recent past, you have the Six of Pentacles. That's a quality. That is, sharing is caring. That's really being there for one another and showing up 50-50. For that, you get the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. I'm getting a sense here that there was a revelation also here in the recent past that what seemed like it was being reciprocated wasn't actually being reciprocated. Like, you had this impression that things were 50-50, but with the Ace of Swords, it's like, oh, actually, I'm starting to notice that I'm not getting out what I'm putting in with the Seven of Pentacles. And I do see that you held on to this for quite some time, hoping that it would turn itself around, and it seems like it just didn't. Um, if this is not about a relationship, this could be about a job. This could be about your stability and security based on your bag here. But either way, what once seemed like it was shared is no longer being shared in a way that's healthy. And it doesn't seem reciprocated on one side. You're showing up as the Lovers. You're saying, I'm making a choice. I'm putting my foot down and I'm making a choice. Let's clarify. Let's see what that choice is. The Lovers is often a romantic relationship, but ultimately it is a choice to be in one or not to be. You have the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the World. I mean, you want this. You want whatever is burning down here to you want the fire crew to come and put this out for you. You're showing up saying like, no, I choose this. This is the person I want to be with. This is the relationship that I want to have. This is a foundation that I've built from the ground up, and I don't want to see it go here. I'm not I'm going down with the ship. If the ship goes down, it's taking me with it. And maybe that's what the devil is showing up here as, is like, well, that's not a very good, that's not self-preservation necessarily, but the world is like, I'm closing out this one chapter. It's done, it's over. I'm starting over a new one. But you're saying the one that I'm starting over is kind of the one that's here. It's just after the tower falls. I'm going to let this thing burn down and then I'm going to rebuild piece by piece. And I'm doing it with this other person who's saying, you burned down my house here. Let's look at the Two of Swords in the immediate future. Two of Swords again is like being in denial here about something. You or this other person, maybe both of you. Something needs addressed here. In the immediate future, there's a refusal to address whatever is happening here. It's almost like you guys are just carrying on as if you're not living in the ashes of your burned down house. For this, you get the Death card, the Lovers, and the Five of Swords. Yeah, there's something going on here. This feels very intense. This feels like something where you may need some sort of mediator here, because there's been some catastrophic toxicity in this dynamic. And the two of you are carrying on as if nothing has happened, sweeping it under the rug, when really this is saying in the immediate future, the best thing for this is for it to end. This is not something that can continue. But I'm seeing that it's more like, well, if we just pretend like it didn't happen, then it didn't happen. That's not true. That's denial. That is wishful thinking. And the Five of Swords with Death is really it's like laying in your grave and saying, oh God, it just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it here. Aries, I I'm at a loss. I want to get a little bit more information here. I just want to make sure that, everything's copacetic here. Tell me more about this for Aries, please. What else for Aries? Aries, you have self-indulgence. That is exactly what the Five of Swords means. Um, shadow work, self-appreciation. It's something very selfish is going on here. Somebody is having complete selfish disregard for the other person. If it's not the two of you against each other, it's the two of you against something else. And that outside force is like really trying to bring you down here. Tell me more, please. Palm tree, stability, security. Okay. Yeah, we know that. Passion, intense chemistry. This is feeling very twin flame-ish, but almost like a false twin flame. Decision. X, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, abandonment. I really love it for it to tell us something that we haven't already discovered. The Phoenix, that's after the tower falls, rising from the ashes, right? Aries, you'll have to let me know what the hell this is. Because I'm not getting it. I'm just like, I'm almost seeing like maybe this is something that's happened here in the past that is a pattern that continues to happen. And there's periods of serenity and peace in between, which keeps you locked and loaded in this. But ultimately, the tower has fallen here twice at least. And when it's a pattern, it's a pattern. So I'm just concerned that it's going to continue to fall, and every time it gets worse and worse because there's less of a foundation underneath it. So, Aries, that's what we have this week. I wish you well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.